If disaster strikes tonight, whether it's one of the 5 named 2025 hurricanes, a raging wildfire, or an unexpected earthquake, are you set or scrambling? Most people aren't ready, so today we're breaking down the 10 must-have items FEMA says everyone, not just preppers, needs in a survival kit. And number 10, it's the silent lifesaver most folks forget. Welcome back to Prepare for SHTF. If you're new here, we drop weekly tips to keep you ready for whatever life throws at you. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and let's dive in. If there's one resource you can't fake in a crisis, it's water. FEMA's rule is simple: 1 gallon per person per day for at least 3 days. That single gallon has to cover drinking, cooking, and even a quick towel wipe down, so it adds up fast. It means if you have a family of 4, you're talking 12 gallons, minimum. The easiest way to build that stash is to grab an extra gallon jug on every grocery run, date the cap with a marker, and rotate it out every 6 months. But if you live in an apartment and space is an issue, fill a couple of sturdy 5 or 6 gallon containers and slide them into a closet. And if a storm's on the radar, fill the bathtub before the power blinks out. Just drop in a water bladder liner if your tub leaks, and you've scored instant bonus gallons. Quick check: do you already have 3 days of water stored? Please drop a comment and let's see how the community stacks up. Food is next on the list. FEMA's rule is simple: keep 3 days of ready-to-eat food for every person in your home. That works out to 9 meals per person, 3 meals a day for 3 days, so a family of 4 needs 36 individual meals. Build your stash by tossing a couple of extra pull-tab cans or pouches into your cart each grocery trip, dating them with a marker, and following an eat and replace routine once a year. Favor shelf-stable options you can open and eat cold: soups, tuna, chicken, chili, peanut butter packs, and energy bars. If space is tight, slide flats of cans under a bed or along a closet floor. Quick check: type food and share your favorite shelf-stable meals so we can crowdsource the ultimate pantry list. Item number 3 is an emergency radio, your lifeline when the power and cell towers go down. FEMA recommends a radio that can run on batteries, a hand crank, or a built-in solar panel, so you're never helpless for news. In a blackout, you'll tune in to NOAA weather alerts and local emergency broadcasts telling you when to shelter, evacuate, or where relief stations are set up. Pick a model with AM, FM, and NOAA bands, plus a small USB port so you can trickle charge a phone for quick calls or texts. Keep it charged up, but when it's out of juice, practice cranking it, so you know how long 60 seconds of turning gives you. Light is FEMA's 4th must-have. When the grid goes dark, every person in the house needs an LED flashlight, or better yet, a headlamp, plus 1 spare stashed with the first aid kit. Headlamps free both hands for everything from bandaging a cut to flipping a breaker, and modern LEDs sip power. 1 set of fresh batteries can last a week of nightly use. FEMA's rule is simple: carry a spare set of batteries for every light you own. If you upgrade to rechargeable models, test and top them off monthly. An empty battery is useless in a blackout. Medical care can get scarce fast when roads are blocked or hospitals are overrun, so a solid first aid kit sits at number 5. Start with the basics: adhesive bandages, sterile gauze pads, medical tape, antiseptic wipes, antibiotic ointment, tweezers, scissors, nitrile gloves, a digital thermometer, and over-the-counter pain relievers. Then level up with allergy tablets, anti-diarrheal meds, burn gel, and electrolyte packets. Small additions that solve big problems in a crisis. If anyone in your household relies on prescription medication, ask your doctor for a 30-day extra supply to keep sealed in the kit. That refill can be a literal lifesaver when pharmacies are closed. Store everything in a bright-colored, water-resistant pouch, label it clearly, and run a quick contents check every 6 months to swap out expired meds or dead batteries in the thermometer. A simple whistle ranks 6th on FEMA's list, and it's easy to overlook until you need it. If a building collapses, floodwaters force you onto a roof, or thick smoke cuts visibility, your voice will tire out quickly. But a plastic, P-less whistle can blast a 100-plus decibel signal for help with almost no effort. 3 short blasts is the universal distress code that search and rescue teams listen for, a lesson many Hurricane Katrina survivors learned firsthand. Clip 1 whistle to every go bag strap or keychain and test it once so you're sure it works. cheap, weightless, and never out of batteries. A whistle can turn silence into rescue. Next comes clean air. FEMA pairs N95-style dust masks with plastic sheeting and duct tape so you can seal off a room when wildfire smoke, toxic spills, or even airborne pathogens make the outdoors dangerous. Keep at least one N95 respirator per family member. Its tight seal filters 95% of tiny particles that basic dust masks and blue surgical masks let through. Add a folded roll of 3x5mm plastic sheeting and a big roll of duct tape to your kit. Pre-measure the sheeting to fit a small interior room with the fewest windows, then label it Safe Room so you're not fumbling during an emergency. If a chemical alert sounds, move everyone inside that room, switch off HVAC, and tape the sheet over vents, windows, and the door frame in under 10 minutes, buying precious time until conditions improve or help arrives. When running water stops, sanitation becomes your next hurdle, which is why FEMA's 8th essential is a small stash of hygiene gear, moist towelettes, heavy-duty garbage bags, and plastic ties. Think of the towelettes as no-sink hand washing and quick body wipes to keep germs in check. The garbage bags pull double duty, daily trash containment, and lined inside a 5-gallon bucket, an instant bucket toilet when toilets won't flush. After each use, twist the top, seal it with a tie, and store the bag in a lidded bin outside until proper disposal is possible. Good hygiene isn't just about comfort. It stops minor cuts or stomach bugs from turning into medical emergencies when clinics are closed. Store these supplies together in a zip-top pouch, and you'll have a portable bathroom kit ready for any outage. A sturdy wrench and a pair of pliers still earn the 9th spot, but think of them as last resort tools, not a weekend DIY project. If a quake cracks a gas line or floodwater fouls your main, shutting the valve can prevent fire or contamination. But the procedure and valve style vary by home, region, and utility company. The safe move is to label your shutoff points now and keep an adjustable wrench nearby. Zip tie it to the outdoor meter or store it in a clearly marked pouch so you're not hunting in the dark. Before touching anything, check your utility's official instructions or ask a licensed plumber to confirm which way the valve turns and when you should or shouldn't use it. A quick walkthrough in daylight, no wrench required, lets you spot the valves and read any off-on markings, so you won't be guessing under stress. Remember, this information is for preparedness only. Follow local regulations and professional guidance before operating utility valves. Here's the 10th and most forgotten item I promised at the start of this video: a manual can opener. You can stack a 3-day wall of canned chili, tuna, and soup, but unless you want to dull your knife and cut your finger in the process, your emergency pantry is just sealed metal. Skip flimsy dollar store versions and pick a sturdy stainless steel opener with a comfortable grip. It won't rust, and the cutting wheel stays sharp for years. Store it inside the same bin or tote as your canned food so you're never digging for it in the dark. Even better, tape a backup P38 or P51 military-style opener to the lid. Tiny, cheap, and nearly indestructible. Remember, electric openers are useless in a blackout. This little tool literally turns calories from inaccessible to on the table. That wraps up FEMA's top 10 essentials, plus the common sense cautions you won't find on the official checklist. Take 5 minutes after this video to audit your shelves and fill any gaps, and check the description for convenient links to every product we showed. By the way, did you know that only about 30% of viewers are subscribed? If you want more no-fear practical preparedness guides, hit like, tap subscribe, and ring the bell. Every click tells YouTube this content matters and helps more families get ready. Thanks for spending a few minutes with Prepare for SHTF. Until next time, stay ready, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.